Aloha, how's everyone doing? Welcome to All Good Things and All Good Time. This is my channel. This is my talking story podcast combined with my cooking show. You know, never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates. This channel, never know what you're gonna get. But today, in a minute, I'm gonna. Oh, excuse me. I am going to go into the kitchen. Probably face this downward, so you don't gotta look at me. At the food, so you can watch it cook. And I'm gonna start cooking. I have one thing going already. I got homework to do. I'm beginning to overcome all of my technological challenges. I formatted my 4 terabyte external hard drive. Now it works. It's pretty frustrating at first. I was hoping I could just plug it in and it would work, but I had to format it, and that became easy after I spent $8 on a old-fashioned mouse, which makes it easy to right-click. I just learned from my instructor. I didn't realize the pad works differently on the left and right side. But anyway, I still much prefer a mouse. So I have that, and then I have this cord connected to my big screen TV, so I can use that for because there's a lot of tutorials for school, and put them up there just like it's a YouTube video. A lot of them are YouTube videos. So now I can do my homework because it's all online for all the classes predominantly. And I'm starting to do my homework in their computer system, within their school computer system, which is how all the work is getting done these days, so that's fine. I bought a printer, came with no cord. I guess the presumption is that Wi-Fi system will work. For some reason, it didn't pop up. So I bought a cord. Again, only like $5. They're at Walmart. They're so cheap. Thank God, I didn't know how much all these things were going to be, and it was like, $8 for the mouse and $10 for the cord, and $7 for the cord. So, but that connects right to these laptops, so I can print. I printed one picture, so that's nice to know. I now can print. I have storage. I still have a lot to learn. I'm not sure if I've tried. I think might not be as easy as it should be to move my pictures from my Apple phone into my Android computer, but we'll see. Anyway, I might have problems there. But I need to buy now because I have 2 laptops. One of them will take a memory card for, the big memory cards for pictures and things. And those little memory cards will fit into bigger ones and fit into that. So I need to get all that for this laptop. But still, once I do that, then I can take everything and anything from my new camera and just move it right on over to, well, I got to format this in the other one, and then I can do it with that, I guess, also. But if I want to be able to use both computers and stuff, then I'll be able to move it all around from at least my one camera that's also a phone, and then all my other cameras. I should be able to do all kinds of footage, put it in there, store it in my hard drive. And then now, as I begin to learn all these Adobe products, Microsoft products, I'll be able to incorporate all that and use it and as raw material to play around with, and hopefully in the end of the day I'll know how to make a nice video for y'all or improve the quality, right? um, and so on and so on and so on. So uh, yeah, uh, I'm making progress. But also I'm kind of engaging in this computer system that's going to be near and dear to my college career moving forward, unfortunately. A lot of screen time, but it'll be easier for me on a big screen in front of me, so that's cool. And, one day at a time. But I think I'm going to do fine in my first two classes. So long, tomorrow I'm going to go take some of my first manual photos with my new camera from my photography class. And I'm halfway through all the homework I need to get done for that class. So other than that, which is the project that's also due at the same time, all this homework and that project are all due at the end of the month, but I need to keep up with it, so because there's an assignment each week. So anyway, whereas I'm frightened, the Photoshop class and the Illustrator class is tough, and I'm already behind and feeling stupid, and I may have to pre-study that for a semester. You know what I mean? I might drop it, try to study it throughout this next semester, and then take it next semester after doing a whole bunch of pre-studying, because I have all those products now, which is really a treat to have all the Photoshop products that are the Adobe products. So that, there's just so many of them. They do so many things that are applicable to so many things, including social media content. I'm going to do something new today, which will be interesting, because I need to start doing this in general, but this will just be an easy way to sort of start pushing on that envelope or that string. I'm going to set this up on this dish I'm cooking already. I'm going to cook 2 or 3 other dishes, which will be fun, super fun. And I'm going to take another phone and go on Facebook Live, which I've never really done. And so I'll be on Facebook and YouTube Live in 2 different cameras. I'll point them both down at the food and then cook for y'all. And there I've got whatever, people that I've known since I was a kid or in high school or in one of the many jobs I've had or teams I've been on. And I don't really, it's weird. I don't go on there because I don't want to make them feel like their lives aren't like I'm trying to brag or whatever, right, about how beautiful my life is. When you live in Maui, if you get out and do stuff, if you hike and bike and swim and paddle, you get out and you experience beauty that is absurd all the time, and it's great. And if I were to try to show that off all the time, I think it wouldn't look cool. So many people make this they come to Maui, and then their Facebook page is pictures of them on vacation in Maui. That's their Facebook picture or whatever. And that's cool. God bless them. So, it would seem like I was just trying to make people jealous all the time. All I was doing was pointing the camera at what's right in front of me, because it really is, as you've seen, it's really pretty. So, but I need to start doing all that and more, showing and going to other, like I have, It's what I love to do, is go to other beautiful places and show you those, like Lincolnville, Maine, or Camden, or, you know, you name it. There's so many beautiful places that I need to still discover. So much more to learn about. There's so much out there. But also, it's nice to find places that you want to go back to, right? And I have found many of those in my 9 times across the United States of America. 3 times on a bicycle and 6 times in a car. So I have to do more of that. And my daughter, she's on board. She likes all the ideas. And what I was thinking is I'm just going to make a long list of potential coffee table books, starting with my first ideas, but then just extend it, so that everywhere we go, we'll go and try to take a picture of the post office and the town square and the library and all these things we could collect into a collection of just America's libraries, town squares, churches, and on and on. You could add to that list if you think about it. All the different things you could photograph if you grouped them all together. And, the scenic overlooks, rest areas, and with photography skills that I'm going to learn that I don't have yet, and an interest in photography, and so on. A book of America's most beautiful places, in my humble opinion. Things like that. It would just give purpose to traveling for me and my daughter together. And so that would be hella cool. It's a Sunday. So yeah. You know what I got to do is I got to become... Don't mind me here. I gotta become one of my... Booyah. Alright. Oh, and I gotta turn that down. Okay. Alright, that's fun. And then the other one. My Xbox controller. That's what I need. Alright. I'm gonna take you in the kitchen. I'm gonna make a killer... Oh, where is it? There it is. Boom. Okay. And then pow. And then... Let's see. Sorry, you guys, for being distracted. Hold on. I just need 2 hands. God, I gotta type this whole thing out. What I'm doing is putting this up on my own screen, which is pretty cool when you're doing a... God, just had it on and it's like it doesn't remember. But when you're doing a live broadcast and you put it on live in your own house, it's kind of cool because you can see what you're doing. And this is all very new to me, and I do enjoy this. Alright, that should take me there. Okay, and there's the live. Okay. Alright, thank you for your patience. Appreciate you. Alright, so let's go in the kitchen. I'm cooking some affordable food because I'm a student, full-time student. Although I might drop down to... Oh, this also allows me to see stuff big enough to read if I'm watching it for comments and stuff. But ahi belly, ahi belly is very affordable, and it's at Whole Foods, and Whole Foods is right next to school. I mean, getting out of school, going to Whole Foods. They got broccoli sprouts, which has sulforaphane, and they got this ahi belly, fresh. So that's what I'm cooking with a whole bunch of veggies. And I think I'm just gonna break up the fish in the pan with the veggies, and then use that to make super healthy wraps with omega-3s, because it's full of omega-3s and all these wonderful healthy veggies. And let's get some heat on that and have some fun doing it. All right, so I'm gonna, in case you find it therapeutic, I have found myself watching videos where all I was doing was watching food cook, and I'm like, holy shit, look at me watching that. So I'm gonna put this on the food while I go get the other camera and go live on Facebook, and then see, I'm on those two TV screens live. It's kind of funny. So and I have two of my own viewers. See, makes me look hella cooler. That's a third more viewers. So there's that. But yeah, cheers to you. Life is good. I got lots to talk about. Let's see if I remember any of it or get around to it. Like I mentioned, I think already, but it's kind of funny. Now that I'm over 55, you know, I can get salmon with broccoli at a discount at Denny's. Okay, just because I'm old. But also, pretty soon, if there is, it might only be possible digitally. But if I can get one, I can't wait to get a student ID, a physical one, because, you know, there's discounts for students and for people my age. So that's funny. Be interesting to see where I find the soft spots there. Life is good. I totally started drinking coffee and a little bit of kombucha. It's interesting, there's no hard kombucha anywhere that I can find in the United States of America. Here, let's see. Nice thing about this one is I can switch the camera back and forth. I don't think, oops, let's see. Okay, and then I'll turn it around. All right, let me tell you what's going on here. This is what we got going. Good times. That's what we got going. Oh no, that's that way. Okay. So you know what? Just right here. There we go. All right. There it is. All right, so this is some broccoli. We got mushrooms with some drizzled balsamic over that. This is some bok choy. These are a little bit of mushrooms that I soaked in balsamic vinegar right here. These are some green beans I soaked in balsamic vinegar. Some raw onions, some tomatoes that I soaked in balsamic vinegar. Some, and you could say they're fermented, I guess, or pickled. But same with this garlic, balsamic garlic. And then these are some green chilies, some right there. And then this is the ahi belly. And on the underside is the skin side, which is where there's the most of the fat. Um, and I'm cooking it slowly that way, letting it mostly cook it upward, you know. I'll be flipping it here soon and mixing up those veggies. And then I think I'm gonna break that up in the pan and just make something I can scoop right into a wrap with some goat cheese. And then do a dance. I'm gonna do a dance. I'm gonna eat that and do a dance. I'm gonna try not to eat 3 more, which is always my problem. I love my cooking so much, I eat too much. But at least in this case, it's healthy. My overeating will be healthy food. So that's what we got here. Let's mix it up. What do you say? Let's mix it up. Like how I just already did all that prep work. You didn't need to see me cut all that up. All right. Oh, and then I smothered the fish in a little butter with a little Himalayan sea salt and oregano. You know, oregano is a natural antibiotic. All right, let's get that flipped, baby. All right. Now put that in a wrap with like goat cheese. Now goat cheese has your medium chain triglycerides. This ahi has your omega-3s. Let's turn that off. I gotta clean this thing. I got issues here. Can't be. No, don't feel like burning that onto the grill. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, the goat cheese is going to have the medium chain triglycerides. The ahi has hella omega-3s, hella sulforaphane. We got sulforaphane in the cruciferous vegetables. Hello, cruciferous vegetables. Also have some broccoli sprouts to finish the thing off. The best source on earth for sulforaphane. Yeah, and then maybe I'll toss in some. I've got some Brussels sprouts fermenting in balsamic. Maybe I'll throw some of those in here. And there you go. We got omega-3s. The one thing agreed on by all doctors in all of time is good for you. Sulforaphane, which is also super good for you. The most studied thing ever, supposedly, for health benefits. And then you got goat cheese, which is why they think the people in Sardinia are living so long. They think it's because of the goat cheese. If you didn't know, if you haven't heard that story, now you heard it all, and it's all in this dish. It's gonna taste so good too. All right, let's just let that marinade, baby. Okay. Now I'm gonna let that cook just a little bit. Let's see, guys. I want to eat this fish. I'm gonna make the world's greatest mac and cheese and a snack. But first, I'm gonna go get my other phone and go live on Facebook. Also, So that'll be entertaining. We'll see what the combined audience is. But also, that's the kind of thing I need to, like go on. And if I get into photography, I need to go on Instagram and all these other platforms and, make merchandise and shit like that, maybe, and maybe get this thing monetized. But, okay, so, man, I want to eat this ahi tuna so much. Oh, yeah. I super slow cook that. That's going to be so good. Anyway, all right. Now I'm going to make it super healthy, like broccoli snack for school, broccoli, seaweed, walnuts. I just visualize this. What else? I'm going to check what veggies I got. Yeah, so, and then I'm going to make the world's greatest mac and cheese. I mean, I already know the world's greatest mac and cheese recipe, which all you do is add mozzarella and Parmesan to any mac and cheese. But the better quality the mac and cheese, the better too. And so that's its own conversation. And so that's what I'm going to be cooking next to this. After I make a wrap, show you how that's going to come together. But first I got to grab my other phone. And I'm going to get on Facebook Live as well. So, con permiso. Yo. So good. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. Oh, holy shit. Oh. Oh, my God. It was so good. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. All right. Yes. Why can't I go live? I don't understand. Shit. Man. So, all right, let's see how we doing here. All right, well, I tried. It won't give me the option right now. A minute ago, it gave me the option to go in live on Facebook, and now, for some reason, It's just not giving it to me as an option. Video. Is it under a different? What is it going to take? Well, that's really annoying. Just a second ago, it showed it as an option. Huh. All right, let's turn that one off. Oh, God, that smells good. Dang it to heck, son of a gun. My goodness, gee whiz. The heck you gonna do? Why doesn't it say go live? Create event. Activity, what? Video. Take video. Cancel. Is that? I don't know, man. Alright. What if I go sideways? Will it come up different? Why is it not? Oh, that way. Live notifications. Alright, oh well. I don't know what to do about lock. I don't know what to do. I do not know. Videos, take video. Man, it's so confusing. Well, that's no fun. If I can't go. All right, well, let's get to work, guys. Here's what we're going to do. Let's make some exciting food. Yo, yo. You know what I could do? That out of there into this. Nice, lovely pan. God, I do just want to take off a chunk of that fish. Anyway, all right. Here's what we're doing. Okay, isn't that pretty? Good times. Should have kept all that stuff in the pan. All right. Here's what we're going to do next. So much fun. Ooh. Can't believe that. Just a minute ago I saw live on there. I swear to God. Oh. All right, let's get this going. Old man needs healthy snacks. Now, of course, this here is a cruciferous vegetable on every list of every dietitian's how to live long and prosper foods. Oops, let's not put that in there. Ugly ends to these. Oh, I gotta have a piece of that fish. Oh my God. Oh my God. So good. I think what I'm gonna want is something I can eat with like a spoon, you know? Or just put it into a wrap with cheese. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's add some mushrooms. That'll all cook down. Alright, you see what I'm doing? It's exciting. Alright. Oh, I'm not talking much. Pardon me. It's late at night. Trying to avoid doing my homework, you know. Productively procrastinating. Right. It's all part of my success in school. Proper nutrition for my brain. My brain and my body are connected. So if I have a healthy body, then I got a healthy brain, right? Am I right? I think so. Alright, let's see here now. What in the heck? Oh yeah. Some onions. Let's see here. Let's put a touch of mustard in there, tell you what. Just a touch of mustard. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh yeah. We got it right here. Some fermented and balsamic soaked Brussels sprouts. Another cruciferous vegetable. see what's going on here. Oh, it's a good time. It's a good time to pull out the old. That'll be good. Let's just throw in some garlic. Let's find the smaller ones. Got a bag of garlic here. All right. Where did it go? Where is it? Let's see here. There it is. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. We're cooking this on low heat. Unbelievable. All right. I gotta put that in the oven. Okay. Let's get some balsamic vinegar. Makes everything better. Woo, okay, good times. Oh, yeah. Okay. Darn. Gee whiz heck. Alright. Let's go with olive oil for now. Some olive oil, baby. It's good for me. So they say. Alright. Good times, man. I can't even focus on anything. Look at all this goodness. Okay. Now, let's throw off a little bit. All right. Got some walnuts. These are the best nuts of all the nuts. But nuts do have oxalates. And oxalates are like gluten and sugar. You need to know where it is and how much. You're consuming, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? At least that's what those doctors on YouTube say. Just telling you what the doctors on YouTube say. You haven't been watching those I don't want to die videos like I have been. Yeah, a lot of those. I don't want to die. Watch this video. Okay. Alright, maybe I'll move over to a bigger pan and make it a bigger dish because I've got more broccoli I want to cook up. Let's do that. Alright. Good times. Now, they say there's medium chain triglycerides in there. Can't be all that bad. Tell you what. A bigger pan. Oh, hell yeah. All right, good times. Yeah. What I was imagining, when I was imagining this dish, was to finish it off like this. With seaweed. Oops. Doesn't that look like fun? I tell you what. My goodness. There's all kind of seaweed. Mm-hmm. Hey, hey, hey. That's what I was imagining. Let's see how it looks. Certainly isn't going to hurt the taste. You love seaweed. This looks delightful, doesn't it? If you're a seaweed lover. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Like that. A killer vegan meal right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Oh. That's what I'm saying. Or a component of a steak burrito. Either way. Good times. Alright, that's kind of how I imagined it right there. That's what I envisioned. There it is, come to life. Alright. Shazam pow. Set that aside. Put in some of these dried onions. Good paprika. Some more oregano. Which is, they say, an antibiotic. So let's put a little more in there. Okay. And gee whiz. So much fun. Okay. Oh. Some garlic powder. All this will help it. Don't want it to be too wet because I'm going to snack on this. So, garlic powder. This will kind of help make it less moist. Everyone's favorite word. Moist. Funny how certain words bother people. All right. Good times. All right. That looks like a pretty good side snack. Whoo! All right. Should we bring it all together? Huh? Oh my goodness. It's going to be lovely right there. That's just lovely. Tell you what. All right, well, let's bring it all together. Oh my God. So much fun. Here we go. Should we do little tacos? Little tacos, huh? Little tacos. Okay. Little tacos. But I'll probably make a burrito for school. Burritos for school. Okay, let's see. Let's get all this out of here. All right. Now clean the pan up with a tortilla. There you go. And another apparently broken tortilla. I got broken tortillas. Dear me. What the heck you gonna do? Let's try just a touch of this right here. Huh? All right, we are having a good time. I'm making tacos. All right. We are officially having fun now. Holy smokes. Gonna be so good. My goodness. Okay, let's put a little, let's squeeze a little goat cheese down up there, you know. Up down there. In the middle. Put that right there. Flip that bad boy. Little goat cheese. See, oh, can you see what I'm doing? Okay. Now you can. Okay, well, bam. Okay. Now they say then people in Sardinia are living longer because they're eating goat cheese. Got this on sale. Like everything's on sale. Kirkland goat cheese, man, what a deal! It's like $6 or $7 for 2 of these things. Unbelievable. Okay, we go for it. Let's put some more goat cheese in there, because that makes it fun. I'm on, you already know this maybe, but I'm on the special diet I designed called the Add Cheese Diet. You want to add cheese to everything. Okay, look at this. This is some of that ahi belly. We'll put that in there. We'll get some of this veggie mix. Get some of the other veggie mix. And by golly, we got ourselves a taco. Woo! Are you excited? Because I am excited. That's all I know. This right here is pure excitement. Oh my goodness. Shazam. Okay. Now let's just keep rolling. What you say there? Add. See what we got here. That's right, we got another one. Good times. That's what this is right here, I tell you what. Okay. Pure, unadulterated good times. Perfect. Okie dokie. Whoa, Pam. Woo! Okay, like before, let's do that again. Let's get a little. Oh, actually. That's what I meant to do. Okay, here we go. Well, that's cooking like that. We drop down our dollop goat cheese, bringing it all together there on the inside. And let's just give this a little extra oil for the flip over. Okay. And here we go, baby. So much fun. Nice big piece of ahi belly. Some of this little yum yum with the seaweed. Try to get some seaweed in there. Other veggies. And a little more goat cheese. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Finishing it off. All right. Doesn't really get much better than that right there. Tell you what. Get that off of there safely, huh? Curl that up. Set that against the other one. And now I got all right. Well, I think you get the point. I think it's time to move on to the world's greatest mac and cheese. World's greatest mac and cheese. Okay, so it comes in two components. There's the cheese sauce, and there's the pasta. Pasta's pretty straightforward. Cheese sauce is where the victories are made. Yes, sir. Let's turn that off for a second because I gotta eat a taco. I can't wait. I'm sorry. Look at this thing. Oh, can't wait to eat that bugger. Mm. 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 So good. So good. Mm. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at that bad boy. So good. Come on. Stay over. I don't get that. I can't keep my hands off this one either. See that? Let's see here. I can't keep my hands off this thing. Oh my God. It's so good. There we go. Kind of weird to me, but some people like seeing other people eat. There it is. Mm. Look at that bad boy. So good. Man. Super affordable too. You know what I mean? That goat cheese is coming from Costco. The ahi belly is so cheap compared to the other parts of the fish. That fish costs $6 for that whole dish. So, you know, we're eating healthy on a budget and fancy. Mm. Mm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Holy shit. why I'm never gonna get skinny. Too good of a cook. Oh, I recommend my cooking. If you don't mind me recommending my own cooking. Oh my God. Cool. All right. Well. Let's make a cheese sauce because that is where all the glory is. Now, you can use different liquids, milk, water, coconut milk, goat milk. I don't have any milk, so I'm gonna use water, and I do have butter. I do have goat cheese I can melt in there, other kinds of cheese. Their packet has butter and milk stuff in it. Anyway, point there is you can work with any kind of liquids really, and you adjust as necessary. So I'm gonna make it liquidy to start. Can always get thicker, and when you add it to the noodles later and then reheat it, if it's got a little extra water, then once it heats up, it'll end up just perfect. So the thing is, it's tough sometimes to melt cheeses. They stick to your spatula, or your spoon, or the pan. It's just a hassle. So that's where those little packets come in handy. And they're typically pretty bad, so if you can dilute the bad ingredients in the mac and cheese products, it's probably easier on your system at the very least. And I got one of those here, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use the pasta from that. But I mean, it's crazy, the comparison. Look at this. I mean, the shit in here. Although the one thing that's in both of them is silicon dioxide to reduce caking. It's also in the organic shit. But all the rest of this stuff, soybean oil, yellow number 6, why did they write that twice? Oh, no, yellow 6 lake, yellow lake 5. Sodium phosphate, just all sorts of stuff. So, now, like I said, if you just dilute that, then you're doing yourself a favor. But in this case, we're just going to skip it all together. In the organic one, it has the silicon dioxide, but it's the last. It has sodium phosphate, lactic acid, citric acid, organic cornstarch. That's the bottom up of the list. From the top down, the pasta, of course, and then the rest of it is organic cultured cream, organic non-fat milk, salt, organic butter, organic dried cheddar cheese, milk, salt, non-animal enzymes, organic. But way different. Not perfect, but it'll help melt your other cheese. Plus that goat cheese is going to melt just fine into the liquids. But I have some other cheese. Mozzarella is ideal, and Parmesan. Those are my two favorite. You just put mozzarella and Parmesan in anything, makes it better. But I'm going to add, I have a little bit of some mixed cheeses and, of course, Parmesan. But it's the powdered stuff here that helps melt the other cheeses, which helps you make the greatest mac and cheese ever. I've tested when my kids were little. I made like 100 different versions of mac and cheese and realized at the end of the day that if you just add mozzarella and Parmesan, it kicks ass. And it's kind of all you got to do. to almost anything. Because, you know, I'm on an add cheese diet, so I got to add cheese to everything. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to turn the camera down, and then we're going to attempt to make a cheese sauce like that, and that'll be a good time. And then I'm going to make a triple batch of mac and cheese, which I can then serve on top of these veggies, or put the mix the veggies in, or add other veggies to it, or whatever. I could make a mac and cheese veggie burrito. Oh, the possibilities are unlimited. Isn't cooking fun? Okay. So buttons. Oh my God, look at this. It looks so good. Look at this fish looks so beautiful. Watch this, watch when you get in here. Look at this. It's just pretty. Falls apart. It's just beautiful. I could have cooked it a little less, but with as the belly, you know, it's okay to cook it a little. And I cooked it slow, so it's just so tender, all of it, even the stuff that would be a little bit, I think that's zoomed in, isn't it? It is zoomed in, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. Whew. So that's cool. And super fun. And then that's cool. That's going to be my school snack, or maybe I'll wrap that up into wraps. And then let's make some kick-ass mac and cheese. All right. Then I'll have food prepped for a long time. I'll be able to live off this healthy food. And the nice thing is, let's see. Nice thing is, I'm using up this this here delicious and affordable. I got this at Costco. So forget what the cost is, but it's pretty low, pretty efficient, pretty low cost eating. Okay, let's get some water in there. Oh yeah, let's just get some water going, some liquids. And melt some cheeses in there. That's what our goal is. There's no right or wrong way to make mac and cheese. Remember that. You don't gotta judge yourself or anybody else. There's no right or wrong way. Oh, so much fun. Yeah, the only way I can really rationalize eating like this is if I put it over vegetables like that. All right, so let's get the organic stuff in there. The healthier option by far. Let's boost that. Some butter. Where's the old butter? Hey. Okay, we got some butter. All right, let's put some butter in there. Shazam. And I think this is going to melt real easy in there. So let's put a bunch of goat cheese in there. Why not? Yum, yum. Give me some. Okay. Woo! Oh. Let's see here. Oh, let's turn on some heat. Heat's good. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this dark coffee I made. Oh, so dark. Because, yeah. It's dark like my ex-wife's soul. Woo, good times. Thanks for cooking with me, everybody. Sorry I'm not more entertaining. Hopefully the food will do that job. Ooh. Let's get that there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's get that there. Where is it? Where's the can? Oh, there it is. Okay, alright. Yes. Oh, and you know what? Let's put a little bit of this coconut oil. More coconut oil. Alright, we got some coconut oil. Excuse me. Pardon the noise. Alright. Let's try not to do that again. I don't care if it gets a little seaweed in there from the other dish, so if you see those black things in there, don't mind that. That's just some intended cross-contamination. Alright, well that looks like a good time. How about some Parmesan? Oh yeah, look at that. I went a little heavy there, didn't I? That's okay, it's Parmesan cheese. Worst case scenario, we got to make more pasta, extra pasta, because we got too much of this awesome sauce. Okay, good times. Oh, geez. Oh, yes. All right. And finally, let's put some of this Asadero, queso, Monterey Jack, and cheddar. Put a little of that in there, you know. Alright, so now we got a lot of real ingredients in there, you know what I mean? Real ingredients, in addition to that stuff that came in the powder. Alright. Few little cheese clumps. And again, intentionally liquidy. I can always add cream cheese to this and give it a thicker consistency immediately. Yeah, all that is melting nicely. Let's add just a little more goat cheese. That lovely goat cheese. All right, good times. Okay. That's the one they're saying is good for you, you guys. If you haven't heard the news, I heard like 10 different doctors talk about them people in Sardinia. The goat cheese and the goat milk helping them live over 100 because of the medium chain triglycerides. So, anyways. All right. That is exciting. So exciting. Okay, all right, okay. And then what else? That's pretty much it. I'm gonna cook that down. I'm gonna make some pasta. You don't need to see me do all that. But, you know, if you only have water, of course, that's okay. You can still make mac and cheese. You don't have to do it with milk. You know, you can do it however you want. You can put in other cheeses, real butter, fake butter, other oils. I don't recommend the omega-6s. But, shoots. All right, let's see. I'm going to leave that. Should I leave that on at all? Here, what I'll do is turn it up for just a second. Give it a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it a boil. Sorry about where I was pointing that. I'm going to give it a quick second of heat. And then turn it off. And let it kind of simmer and sit. And gently coagulate. Right. It's pretty. There's no real clumps. Everything is emulsified. Except for that last little bit of goat cheese, which is doing its thing. All right, let's turn it off. Boom. All right, good times. Whew. What else is there to talk about? Oh my God. Well, school's been kicking my ass, but I'm starting to fight back. But it's all just part of the process. I shouldn't have taken on 12 units at first, probably, but I did. Oh. All right. Swing, swing, flim, flam. Okay. Whew. There we are. Everything's turned off over there. Thanks for cooking with me. Wish I was cooking for all of you. Someday maybe I'll have some restaurants. You know. I got a dream of a certain kind of restaurant and others, but that I've had a long time. But that costs a lot of money. Unlike my dream of a comedy club, but not really a club, just a place to walk in, see a show, and leave. No alcohol, so I won't have to adhere to any alcohol laws and the cost of it, and sell merchandise and comedy shows. That would be the coolest and the most affordable business I could ever imagine. That only needs chairs and a business license and all that shit. So, yeah, I was stoked to get that. I walked into the Santa Rosa Comedy Club, and before I even said I knew somebody, the guy offered me to open for this guy, Mark Price, who was the nerdy guy, Skippy, or on Family Ties. I think he might have had a crush on Mallory. It wasn't Mallory's boyfriend. Anyway, friends of Michael J. Fox. But that was hella cool to finally have an audience of 30 and be able to make a little video that that didn't have any overlaying freaking stupid music to make it copyrighted. So that was cool to get done. But here's what I'm gonna try to do in a week. Tomorrow I have this class, and the final project is kind of whatever you want it to be. Could be a written thing, could be a screenplay, could be an oral presentation. It's all about finding your story and art and writing as art and all that stuff. And so relatively confident comedy fits perfectly in that, of course. And I'm pretty sure for my final project, which I have to do one, he'll let me do a 30 or 40 minute comedy bit, right? Which would be 30 to 40 minutes with a audience, right? Which is key, that I can film. If he'll let me, I'll do it live. That'd be kind of cool to bring into the classroom. And then post it and have a 30 or 40 minute kind of set done where I focus on the storytelling aspect of stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? It's one of my gripes. One of the things that sucks is, you know, like when I was, sorry, just trying to get this sort of correct here. All right, I think we got it. No, not really. Shit, sorry. Just trying to get it straight for both of our sake. All right, good enough. So, and what I'm going to ask him to do, which hopefully he'll be attracted to, because otherwise he's going to have all these at the end. I'm going to ask him to let me do my final next week. Give me 7 days to do it. I'll write, and as many minutes as he'll let me. If he'll let me do 40 or 50 an hour, it's a 3-hour class, so maybe he will, who knows. But once I do that and get it in the can, of course I can post that. That'll be a big part of what I do when I rent out a theater. Maybe I'll just repeat that whole thing and add to it a little bit. I'll adhere to whatever criteria he wants to give me, which will make it fun. I like criteria, you know, whether it's no swear words or no explicit content or no politics or all the above, whatever. I don't care. So that'll just be a fun exercise, right? And it'll be easy for me. It's what I'm dying to do. Dying to find the opportunity to have a real audience. And they're going to be a tough nut to crack, because they're going to be a bunch of freaking 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds that are born and raised here on Maui. And, you know, I'd better not do any jokes that pertain to the past, because there is no past for these kids. So, yeah, there's that. So that's, hopefully I'll have like a 30 or 40 minute show for my channel in a week, which would be hella cool. Hella cool. And then maybe he'll let me, for extra credit, do another project. Since I have this feedback from this person and the framework of the class, it's inspiring. It'll basically make me do stuff I'll never otherwise do unless I have like something compelling me to do it. So I want to try to take advantage of that. And maybe he'll let me do it for extra credit, and that'll ensure a great grade in case I don't answer perfectly well on the tests. We've got 2 books, and I'm listening to them. I can't find them in either bookstore, and I found it on YouTube for free. The War of Art. Smart that he used those words in a different arrangement because of, it's going to get clicks. But the War of Art, I've listened to it now 3 or 4 times, but I can't visualize it, and it's hard to compartmentalize it because I've only heard it. And anyway, nevertheless, that book and then another book called The Storytelling Animal are the course. I got to learn those books, be tested on them, and do a big projecty thing. So anyway, that's that course. And then hopefully he lets me do the comedy bit. That helps me set the stage for getting him to be the faculty member, which I need to start a school club called the Comedy Club. And then it'll inspire people in the class to want to join that club. You know what I mean? If I do it right, it can lead to other positive outcomes or help them. So that's my little goal for tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I often get my hopes up, think I have a great idea, and then they just get shit on. But I don't think this guy's going to do that, although you never know. I mean, being an old guy, I wonder if I'm going to get treated a little differently. Maybe, when your teacher is a little bit older than you or the same age, maybe they're like, maybe that'll affect the way that they view you as a student. Maybe as someone who thinks they know it all and isn't impressionable or isn't teachable, you know what I mean? Maybe they've got those, I just don't know what's going to happen. It's an adventure being an old man. An old man in school, but it's fun. And if I learn all these things, if I learn the array of Adobe products, Photoshop and Illustrator and Dreamweaver and Lightroom and Premiere Pro, that's a big one. All that shit. God, that'll be helpful. And then all the basic Microsoft products, if I know them and I'm fluent, they are basically a bunch of great ways to help you make a Christmas card and amongst other things. And so, or other products like that. So, that's my Monday. I got intro to photography. I got to go tomorrow and shoot my first shoot of things on campus. I'm going to go to school tomorrow just to take pictures so I can get that in the can before I go to school tomorrow and have that to lament on or talk about. And but I need to engage with my camera, and then finish the homework for that. And then the next day is the digital tools class. It's all the Microsoft products plus building a web page. Might be over my head. I'm not sure if I can handle this class right away, but I could definitely quit and study those things for next semester since I now have them, or at least I have some free student version. I may just want to pay for the full version because I think it offers more and it's better. And it's 60 or 70 bucks a year. It's not like Adobe products that are freaking student discount rate of 400 plus over $400 a year. I mean, thanks a lot, Adobe. But anyway, it's still a discount, and that could be a lot worse still. What is it, 70? So 7 times 10, 700, 800. It's normally over $800 a year for Adobe products. So I guess I should just consider myself lucky. And then on Wednesday, so that's Tuesday, I just have that one class. So if I drop that, I'll get 2 days back a week so that I could do other things, be useful, either making videos or getting healthy or working, generating an income one way or another. Who knows? I would just open up those days and not have to drive to the other side. And then Photoshop is on Wednesday, and haven't done any of the homework at all, and I need to get in there. and start hammering away. But I have till Wednesday to get it all done. But yeah, that class. One of the things I discovered that is totally going to work against me, right? In any kind of class like this in Illustrator, where like I'm the one creating the images. It's one thing to work with text and work with pictures and videos you've taken and alter and distort and add and colorize, whatever. Do all those things you might do with those things. But when I have to like make my own monster, which was what we had to do the other day, make a monster. I have artistic skills when it comes to like shape trees, people, landscapes. I draw like a 2-year-old. I mean, it's no different than a 2-year-olds draw better than me. So that really inhibits my ability to succeed in a class where that's part of it, unfortunately. But nevertheless, I can still use all the tools, learn how to use all the tools, and they'll be helpful regardless. And many of them make it easier to draw and stuff like that. But, oh my God, that is a realized shortcoming right away. Like, oh shit, part of Adobe Illustrator, that part, is having some artistic skill, which I don't have. Maybe I dream of painting triangles, squares, and circles in some way that people want to purchase my art. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think I can do that. But that's it. Or I could do art that's made to try to look like a second grader. Never seen anybody pull that one off. What if there was an artist that just, you saw these huge pieces that looked like, I bet there's a freaking space for that. I bet you could create a space where you're the artist who draws the rectangular house and the tree that's a circle with the trunk, a line at the bottom, a family of stick figures. Oh my God, what if you did that and tried to take yourself super seriously as an artist and just push that one thing for like a decade? I bet you could find someone somewhere, people who start seeing that as like, oh, that reminds me of the things I did when I was in kindergarten. Oh, I really connect with that. And all you're doing is doing my kind of second grade art that every second grader does the same. That stuff that's on the fridge of every family out there. That'd be funny. I bet I wouldn't be surprised. I bet somebody in the world of modern art has already done that shit. I bet it's been done anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna try to read some of this book. I'm just gonna start with one chapter, maybe 2, which will serve me well because I have a bad attention span anyway. But and then we'll see if that video gets copyrighted. I don't know if it will. If it does, that'll be a real deterrent. I don't want to do copyrighted stuff. I just don't know how to get around the penalties for it, the attention you get. I don't know how these other people are putting music to their shit, but they do somehow. But anyway, yeah. Oh, and then so then I was going through my Microsoft products. I was like, oh my God, I can just dictate right into Word, right, and write a book, or tell a story and write a book sort of at the same time. And what I was thinking would be fun because I could just kind of tell the story and in this manner without a person there to tell the story to that's an interested person to tell it to, which would be helpful. Knowing that it's for a greater purpose and having this experience talking to a camera, this definitely helps me a lot. But what if I were able to write a play, a one-man play, which is an orated story, told of the things that led up to, and then the entire first trip of riding a bicycle across the United States. Just tell all those stories and see how long that takes. Would it be an hour and a half, 2 hours? Would it be a good length for a one-man play? Would it be a good, so that could be like a play, but then it could be a book. Maybe that's a book. Maybe I add to it. Maybe I just leave it alone. So, and then of course there's a second and third trip across the United States on a bicycle, and I'd like to write about all of it. I lost all the things that would have helped me trigger and remember things in the fire. So before my mind is completely gone, it'd be fun to just do that. And what if I could sell it too, of course, and then that'd be a nice way to make a living. And then once that was done, right? So it'd be cool if I could get my instructor to let me take on that project and turn that into him as if it's a project, right? Meanwhile, of course, my ulterior motive is he's this guy that's connected. If I ever did something that was noteworthy or so good, he would want someone else to see it, or something he thought should be on stage for everyone to see. Well, that wouldn't hurt me, right? So it's just cool to have somebody like this to be able to make an impression too. But then also, this book. This book he's having us read, The Art of War, The War of Art. You gotta think about it every time. The War of Art is basically something that I've seen a lot of, and you've seen a lot of, and we're gonna see a lot of. And that's either people on podcasts or people who write books, self-help, motivational books, which is what this is. This is like a anti-procrastination book for writers, really, more than anything. But this is a way that you or anyone can write books without actually having any of your own ideas. Not that he doesn't have his own ideas, but what we've got in this world are people who are smart enough to read Eastern philosophy and Western philosophy and religious philosophy and economic philosophy, Socrates to St. Augustine to the Buddha, right? And authors like Joseph Campbell and quotes like that one from W.H. Murray. And you can just, take all that stuff that you expose yourself to, which gives you all sorts of different ways to see the world and different interesting and wonderful viewpoints and perspectives you can take, right? And just rewrite all that shit in your own words and write a self-help book or a motivational book. And you don't actually have to have your own ideas. You just rewrite Buddhism in your own words, and you rewrite, etc., right? So, and not there's anything wrong with that. So I was thinking, you know what? Shoot. It's been a while, and it would be a great reason for me to refresh on many things and read things I wouldn't read normally again, or for the first time, because I didn't always do my homework the way I was supposed to, like by reading everything. So, maybe I'll go back and read some Socrates and some whatever, refresh on. Maybe I'll read a religious philosophy book or Eastern or whatever. I'll refresh on some of that stuff even more, even though I could just write it off the top of my head. And so that's the question. How long would the book be if I did the thing that, if I was an old man walking out of a village like Lao Tzu, who wrote the Tao Te Ching, the Tao, written supposedly by this old man. If I was an old man wandering out of a village and everyone thought I was the wisest man in town, and they said, Craig, write us all your wise thoughts. What would those thoughts be, and what would that book look like, right? And you could ask yourself that. And wouldn't that be a fun academic exercise to give yourself that challenge? to try to write that book. You know what I mean? And it's also just someone who has no original thoughts of their own, no real enlightenment, even, right? You can just study all that shit, regurgitate it in your own words, and write books that you could sell millions of copies of. And there's hundreds and hundreds of examples, like all of them, like even the ones written 100 years ago, you know. So that would be a fun project too, if I could get through the first two. But I think I can. I think if I could knock out that comedy thing tomorrow, right, then I think I could knock the other one out just in one sitting, and then organize my thoughts and try to knock the other one out in one sitting by just dictating into Word, and then tweaking it and working on it in there once it's in there, and do what I think is the real deal. What do you mean by that, Craig? Well, here's the thing. Storytelling, right? Storytelling is storytelling to me. It's not story writing. Writing a story is storytelling, but you're writing it. You're not actually telling the story. You're not in front of other people telling the story. Like right now, I'm telling you a story. So that's what I think I would rather be. And if I'm going to be a writer, I don't want to be a storyteller writer. I want to be a person who storytells, and then that is the way that I write, because it'll be an authentic expression of storytelling, actual storytelling. So, although I think, arguably, I'm sure a great rebuttal for that is a lot of authors do everything orally anyway already, which is what they're doing. So they're already storytelling verbally and then turning it into script. So there's that. But it's just like joke telling and joke writing are two different things, right? Someone who sits there and says, I can write jokes and then tell jokes that I write. That's different than the guy that is funny all the time and is situationally funny and is meant to be a comedian, you know? And it's like some of them even, they might be making a lot of money, but it doesn't seem like some of them are meant to be it, because they're only funny in this one way when they sit down and write it all out and then rewrite it and then read everything word for word the way they wrote it, you know? Or maybe it's just, that's not my style. And so I'm judgy. I'm very judgy. Anyway, my goodness. How about that Kamala Harris? Ain't she pretty? We gotta love these Republicans while they're trying to purge votes everywhere. They're arresting people in Texas. They're afraid of people voting because smart people, sensible people don't vote for Republicans. God. Yeah, but we gotta use our voices, right? What else? Oh, God, yeah. Another mass shooting. That really sucked, didn't it? God, all these insane Republican gun owners that want their AR-15s. Like how, and then they buy them for their children. Another freaking Republican buying his child freaking guns so he can go to school and kill people. Like, what is up with that? That just makes no sense. Although, I was given a shotgun for my 12th birthday and another shotgun for my 14th birthday. So, raised by a Republican dad with a bumper sticker on the wall in the garage near all the guns, which there were 50 guns in my house. It said, you know, if we outlaw guns, only outlaws will have guns. Now, what we've done is make sure that all the outlaws and any dipshit, anybody with an insecurity, anybody with a lust for power or whatever, yeah, everyone's got a gun now. And it's crazy. Not here, thank God, but when the laws were overturned by the Supreme Court regarding New York's laws, safe gun laws. They in turn also overturned all the safe gun laws everywhere. So we've had to adapt here in Hawaii and draft all these laws about where you can or can't take weapons now, right? Because, we don't want you drinking Mai Tais with a gun on you. That's not smart. And we don't need people walking down the beach with a gun on them. That's ugly, right? It's no world we want. So, and it's a world we didn't have. It was totally prohibited before to carry a gun anywhere. You kept your guns at your house unless you were going to the firing range, and that was that. So, yeah. I consumed a ton of THC earlier. They make these little 250 milligram 1 or 2 ounce shots, and I consumed a whole one. So maybe that's why I wasn't talking very much when the food was cooking, because I was just looking at it going, oh, I can't wait to eat that. Yeah, what's going on in the news other than all the crazy actions of the pathological liar, the 34-time convicted traitor, sociopath, felon, a narcissistic, sociopathic, pathological liar. Like, whoa, man. Just the dumbest tool in the shed, and there's actually people that would vote for him. People stupid enough to think that he'd be good for the economy, and that he was good for the economy, when, if you haven't seen it, I've shown. You go there right now, but anyway. First of all, if you haven't heard, it's been talked about a lot lately. Out of the last 51 million jobs created in our country since 1989, 50 million of them were created by Democrats, not by Republicans, right? If it were different, I'd tell you a different story, and I'd be happy to. But it really creates one choice for the economy. All of the collapses in my lifetime were under Republican administrations. The savings and loan crisis, it started in 86, went to 92, all during Republicans' time in office. The financial crisis of 2001, when the dot-com crash happened, that was under George Bush, although some would say that's also partially because of Clinton's time in office. Still happened during George Bush's time in office. Then there was the crash of 2008, 2007. That was George Bush again. And then there was the big crash under Donald Trump. 11,000 points in a week or two. And all of that is evidence that Republicans don't know shit about the economy. They always take it from the billionaires' perspective down. They give money to the billionaires thinking they're going to trickle it down to us, because they're going to hire so many maids and butlers and hairstylists and nail stylists and plastic surgery, and they'll just hire so many of us to work for them that the money will trickle down. No, it's not going to. And the way that the Democrats are approaching it just make me more and more proud to want to call myself a Democrat. I'm registered independent, but I think I want to call myself a Democrat. They're doing all the right things. They care about all the right things. And it would be so great to get a woman in there. But she's got to fight against all the misogynists. And there are women out there that are misogynists, that hate women, and that buy into the shit that their fucking Republican husbands drill into them, that, women are just too emotional to be elected to office. They get their women to say that shit. It's unfucking believable. It is just brainwashing is what it is. It's the brainwashing of abused women. But it's out there. There's a lot of that. And so that's like an extra 3% deficit that she's got to overcome. But she's got the energy, she's got the momentum, and let's pray that she wins and we avoid at least Donald Trump. There's other things in the world that are scary that we also hope to avoid, you know, things Putin could do, or Iran, or North Korea, or China. But scariest of all is if Donald Trump gets in office, so that traitor. So let's just pray that, you know, we are saved. So, you know, do your best. I'm sharing my voice as best I can, using my voice, even if, you know, 50 or 100 or 500 people see it. Right now, there are 13. That's amazing. That's actually a big audience. Hella cool. Hella cool. So, yeah. Thanks for letting me show you a way to cook mac and cheese and to demystify it, right? Like, you don't got to follow any rules. You don't got to read the box. You can use olive oil or butter or coconut oil or some combination. You can use milk or water or any kind of fake milk or goat milk. You can use different kinds of cheeses. But that one basic rule and lesson that is what I want you to learn is the stuff in the powder in the packet will help you melt your other cheeses. So, and help, you know, and so that is cool. And that invites other cheeses to be put in there with them, which allows you to make the cheese better and dilute that powdery stuff that doesn't have entirely all the best, perfect, pure ingredients, which is what you want to be eating, right? So, anyway, thanks for letting me share that with you, because that's all you ever need to know about mac and cheese and the history of mac and cheese. There's no right or wrong way. It's always fun at the end just to, like, you know, scoop some in, sprinkle some cheese in a layer in the middle, more cheese, and then put on top of it, or whatever, veggies, meats, lobster, bacon, whatever the hell. Yeah, and then that's my new poor man's discovery. I mean, I already knew it was there and it was good, but now I'm like, oh, I need to be living as affordably as I can. So when I saw that ahi belly, I was like, perfect, $6. So, you know, right next to a nice piece of ahi's 22, which is fine. But it's also, you know, it's those fatty ones. I think that's where the omega-3s are, in the fat. So it's maybe just an extra omega-3 rich $6, two chunks for $6. So each one of those chunks was $3. Yeah, gee whiz. And once I have all those ingredients prepped, right, I mean, I can just heat up a tortilla with some cheese, of course, and then just add any of those veggies or fish or other kinds of meats or proteins. I got a bunch of canned meats, tuna, canned salmon, canned mackerel. I've never tried, but mackerel is one of those things that they say has lots of omega-3s. So, and I'm on a budget, so I'm going to experiment with that, you know? Just like make a nice healthy setup like we just made, except throw in some of that canned mackerel. Maybe I'll saute it, cook it up with other things and blend it in. And but yeah, that's all the kind of stuff and the kind of ways I'm going to try to combine eating healthy in a delicious, tasty way with my cooking, with cheese added, eating as, you know, affordably with those canned products and realize I got to know my place as a student. You know, instead of the fresh stuff, maybe have some canned food, and that's just fine when it comes to. I mean, shit, canned tuna is good shit, and so is all the rest. So anyway, let's see what else. I don't know what else to talk about. Oh my god, look at that ugly belly. Holy crap! I'm seeing myself a second ago. That's an ugly thing. Oh yeah, that looks better. Yeah. Let's pray for Kamala. The first president I'd like to fool around with. Oh, I tell you what. So that's the long and the short of it. That's what's going on in my little crazy world. And yeah. What else? Hopefully I'll have more stories of continued progress and hopefully success. School is scary. It's not easy. It's never easy. But it can be sort of easy if you do all your homework on time. You know, and show up to every class. It's as easy as you can make it for yourself. Oh, you know what's cool is Sunday, NFL football. Where you live, it's 5:40 here. So the first game start in an hour and 20 minutes. My time, which is 7 a.m., which is your time, which is 6 hours later than that. What? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon for you on the East Coast, and almost 6, so almost 9 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock it'll be starting for you on the West Coast. But pretty exciting. I have no cable, so I have no way to watch any of those games. It's all so screwed up now with Peacock's got games, and someone else now has games, and maybe Netflix will have games, and I don't even know where to find football. Hulu's got games, and if I want to change my membership from $15 a month to $70 a month, I can get it on Hulu. But you know what? Good old YouTube. On YouTube, you can get the whole game, all the offensive and big defensive plays. It's 12 minutes long, the highlights, 22 minutes, for free on YouTube, and that's been working for me. That's the affordable way. It's not like I'm entitled, but it is cool nonetheless. I'm playing in my old fantasy football league with my old buddies, hoping to have a big day. Hoping my quarterback from the Buffalo Bills does well, Allen. And yeah, so that's exciting. Go football. That's one thing that brings us together and divides us. It's funny, the salty snowflakes are like, oh, I stopped watching the NFL when I saw Colin Kaepernick take a knee, you know, and I saw these social justice people on the field with that stuff on their helmets, and it's like, get the fuck over it, dude. It's still football. Football don't give a shit if you don't want to watch it. Everyone else still does. It's the greatest spectator sport of all time, because it's like a gladiator sport where people just kill themselves, kill each other, and we lust after that shit. It's just in our DNA. And it's the closest thing to being a gladiator we have left in the world. So we love it. That's why people like watching chicken fighting. That's the last fight to the death, you know, that on Earth. And it's just chickens, so no big deal for most, but some people take exception to that. And but it'll draw your attention, and if you've never been to a chicken fight and watched a fight to the death, whoa, man, I mean, like, you're like, whoa, that is compelling to watch. Just like football, watching our brothers and sisters, or brothers, just kill each other on the football field for a game. And yeah, it's a hell of a lot of fun. I love the NFL. Oh, but those poor guys, they literally they take 10, 15, 20 years off their lives. They destroy their brains, all so that their wives and children's children can all live a better life. They literally sacrifice everything so that everyone else can have a better life. And all the money in the world isn't really worth the torture many of those guys put their bodies through, in my humble opinion. But thank God they do, because it makes for a great time on Sunday. Go America. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for letting me avoid doing my homework, and I probably ought to get back to that. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, and life is good. You know, smile at the world. The world will smile back. You know, remember, it's a great day to be alive. Just say that out loud, and then you'll be like, oh, yeah, it is a great day to be alive, and I should be saying that. You know, remind yourself what you should be saying, and then you'll start thinking what you should be thinking, which is, it's a great day to be alive. Anyway, and if you're thinking about doing harm or crime, do less. Make the world a better place by doing less. Woo. And yeah, let's fight crime by reminding, like this kid whose Republican dad gave him a gun and shot all these people up. Someone should have reminded him. I promise you, that kid, if he had a $1,200 assault rifle, I'm sure he had a video game system and a TV and a bed and a couch and a bathroom, right? A lot of sweet luxuries that they don't have in prison. So if you're thinking about committing crimes, think about how great it'll be when you lose your TV and your couch and your chair and your bed and your kitchen and your private bathroom and your shower. Oh, your shower and your bathtub. Oh, bathtub, right? Let's stop crime by reminding people how great a simple life is. The things you got, they're just right there in front of you all the time, that you will miss when you lose them because you do crime. Oh my God. And then his dad is like close to my age. He didn't need to buy his son that gun. Right? He didn't need to do any of that. And if he didn't, he'd still be able to. I'm sure he got a couch, maybe a lazy boy chair, you know, probably a big screen TV. That guy could be sitting there, you know, but no, now he's sharing a toilet, and he's never gonna have privacy again in his life, either one, he or his son. Is that really? And there's no crime worth it. There's no crime worth it. So, yes, remind yourself, you don't have to do crime. It's like swearing. I can speak to you and not swear, conscientiously choose not to swear, just like all people can conscientiously choose to not do crime or harm. It's a choice. It's both not. It's easier to not do it than to do it. Anyway, wouldn't it be great if we could get this crazy thought process out there and make it everybody's thought process? Anyway, yeah. Don't snort nothing. Don't take no pills. Don't gamble. It's everywhere. Stop. Don't gamble. Don't hang out with people that are violent. Avoid the wrong relationships, and don't drive drunk. Getting drunk's not always a good idea either. And you'll probably have a really good life, right? Have a good attitude. Enjoy the moment. And you will find the meaning of life right then and there. All right. Thank you so much. You're all wonderful. Love you so much. Watch my video if you haven't seen it of my 13 minutes of stand-up comedy opening for that guy from Family Ties. I need views on that. I need it shared and liked and commented on. And I need to make comedy my job. I need some corporation to say, hey, you want to come? We'll pay you $5,000. Just come here for our weekend get together and do an hour of comedy or whatever you want. I'll do whatever. An hour, different time, more, whatever. Anyway, Wouldn't that be cool? You know, I dare to dream. All right. Again, thanks for watching. Aloha. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. I'm gonna try to make some better videos soon, or some cool videos. There's some things I gotta cover. Some beautiful places, some interesting things. You know, like I'm always. Oh, that's my daughter there with those hearts. Love you, girl. And thank you. And looking forward to cooking for you. Yeah, and I got to get on the water and under the water, and I got to get in triathlete shape, and I got to get straight A's in school, and hopefully avoid homelessness. Anyway, all right, love you guys. Aloha. Have a great Sunday. Oh, wrong way. See that? That's me looking at myself, looking at you, looking at me, looking at myself. That's what that was. Okay.